What's going on, everybody? It's your boy. I'm back. Yes, indeed. I'm Brian Redmond, and this is the Relationship Rehab. And on tonight, yes, as they say in the church, on tonight, we have a really good show for you. It is what it is, man. But thank God for Rumble. That's all I can say, man. And if you have not, please go subscribe to my Rumble, because this here ain't promised. And also, subscribe to the Guru and the Whore over on Rumble too. Tommy and I about to start doing our show again. Yeah. When are we as black folks? Everybody talk about when black community gonna ever come together. When black folks gonna ever get right. Will black folks ever be able to overcome? Oh, he been saying that shit for 40 years since I've been around. I think it needs to be a little bit more basic than that. I know this may be a shocker. But when are we as black folks just gonna treat each other with respect? When are we gonna treat each other with respect? How do I better myself? It's by doing the work myself. I need to work on myself by changing myself. How do I better my people? I need to change the thought process and the thought patterns of our people. Period. That's just what it is. Period. That's just what it is. I don't think that the social engineers were able to see it this far, but the idea and the premise to say, hey, if we can get the main decision maker and the leader out of the home, then we as the government can essentially control this group of people. And that's just something that has been factual with just society. When the man is not in charge of the home, when the man is not present in the home, then it leaves the family vulnerable. It just does. And so I believe that was done purposely for a position of control. What racist system is holding back the 3 black mayors? 3 black mayors. They don't fucking care. They let these niggas run over the streets. They let these niggas. I'm just saying. What system is holding back the mayor of Chicago? What racist system is holding back the mayor of New York? You tell me. Fill me in. Let me know what racist system got these mayors held back. Ain't none. And let me wrap up with this. I'm going to my God. Thanks.
We keep the party jumping all night long until we into the early morn. We don't stop and we don't quit, cause we drop hits and it's dope shit.
There's a party at the Wild Wild Club tonight, and the party ain't over till the morning light. We them ballers from the 1, 2, 3, rolling VIP. We bought the bar, so we drinking FREE. I brought a brand new 6, and you haters despise, cause when the wheels stop the spinning, grown hypnotized. Teeth chatter from the ice on my neck and wrist, and you can dance if you wanna or just
I be rolling down the street, smoking hydro, sipping on gin and juice, baby. I be rolling down the street, smoking hydro, sipping on gin and juice, baby.
As the Hennessy into me, I roll weed, how I'm finna be, cause that's me. Banking for a century, with my G's pouring liquor for the memories. Feeling free when them thugs in the clubs now. We getting high, drunk till we lazy eye. No lie, we them Bentleys that roll by. That's right, we them cats got them hoes like all night. We the baddest and we know this. A bunch of thug motherfuckers taking no shit. Y'all Mars can't hang with the Wild Wild, and got the nerve to try to perpetrate with our style. See, we them players riding out in them 6-4s, rimmed up, hitting switches, fucking thick hoes, smoking blunts all night, getting our rocks off. Pissy drunk in the streets till the cops off. See, we untouchable while y'all kick the whack shit. It's VIP anywhere that the max hit. So y'all cats better recognize who I be. A thugged out young millionaire from the streets and no
I be rolling down the street, smoking hydro, sipping on gin and juice, gin and juice, gin and juice, baby. I be rolling down the street, smoking hydro, sipping on gin and juice, gin and juice, gin and juice, baby.
I'm from the crew that can't be stopped. Jump in my ride like my car, baby, drop your top. I ain't even on that bullshit. I'm in the full clips. I'm about to stack chips, fuck dips, rock hips. As I ride off the scene on dubs, blow hate and blow mate. On my way to the club, I know this beat is hot to death, so I'ma thank Mac Love. We left them corners long ago, but we still rap for the thugs. And I'm like ecstasy when you're next to me. Wild Wild is the only niggas close to me, the only ones that show me love. I don't think y'all wanna fuck with us.
I be rolling down the street, smoking hydro, sipping on gin and juice, gin and juice, gin and juice, baby. I be rolling down the street, smoking hydro, sipping on gin and juice, gin and juice, gin and juice, baby. Y'all niggas can't fuck with me, no, 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 you niggas can't fuck with me, no. Y'all niggas can't fuck with me, no, 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 no. Y'all niggas can't fuck with me, no, 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 you niggas can't fuck with me, no. Y'all niggas can't fuck with me, no, 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 no. Y'all niggas can't fuck with me, no, 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 you niggas can't fuck with me, no. Y'all niggas can't fuck with me, no, 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 no. Y'all niggas can't fuck with me, no, 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 you niggas can't fuck with me, no. Y'all niggas can't fuck with me, no, 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 no.
This for the niggas and bitches, bitches and niggas who be hitting them switches and pulling them triggers, who be crumbling weed and rolling them swishers. Keep on banging on corners and drinking that liquor. Keep that thug shit real when you fucking with me. Keep your sights on steel when you gunning for me. I put my pistol in your mouth and tell your ass to goggle. Gangsta shit so potent it should be sold in bottles. Take a sip and go to hell, get drunk and then end up in the trunk. Fuck jail, you thinking DUI? No, that ain't how you die. It was my thugs and slugs that was the reason why. You niggas thought I was soft, but now it's blood that you caught. And now these shells hit the ground as I'm busting off. 9 double in Beretta, no there's nothing better. Tear the flesh in your chest and now your shirt is wetter. Me and this Wild Wild together like we husband and wife. This gangsta shit ain't just a song, it's a way of life. We are the thugs.
Bloodshed, pussy niggas is dead. Hollow points tipped with lead, putting gaps through heads. That's what it be like when the street lights get to flickering. Niggas get to bickering and slugs get to tickling. We them niggas that just don't ask. We take your cash, transplant or put in your ass. Right hand to your left eye. Hey, Mr. Tough Guy, when slugs fly, I guarantee your shirt won't dry. In times of peace, my niggas playing wars. Stack dope, sit mowing, then we bang whores. We been through gang wars. We bout that green, we bout that murder scene. Pull a tool that's sure to leave your shoulders clean. Cause when it all goes down, I got that heat. You was slow on the drawing, now you burn me. Because we are the thugs.
Y'all niggas ain't shit but wannabes, it's love. But not for my fucking enemies, it's blood. For my niggas, I was shorty bleed my blood. For my niggas, I was shorty bleed. It's Geo, the same nigga that was ready for war, ready for fame and everything it had in store. And I ain't changed, I'm still on the block with my dog. Smoking weed, busting shells, leaving the block for the fall. For my niggas who didn't get to see me achieve. Some died over beef and some died over greed. I'm smoking weed, I'm trying
rid of the pain. Lord, please bless me to continue my thing. I'm from the streets, and it's been a hard knock life. I'm in it deep, and that's why I don't think nice. I don't sleep, and that's why I don't like lights. I hold heat, and that's why you won't blink twice.
We are the monsters. We're born to die. We also for money, for bitches and get high.
What y'all wanna bang with me, bust them things with me? You little bitch ass niggas can't hang with me. Why be the hood of the no good? Breaking your studio niggas down to the flow wood. I'm here to check the game, nigga, respect the name. Or I'ma pull my 4-5 out and select the brain, inject the pain, and leave you for the news to cover. Another victim of Mac Lover, why motherfucker? Y'all ain't never seen a motherfucking street like me. Ballin' from the Midwest, bringing heat like me. So niggas make way, cause I'ma bring it to you hard. No mercy on your mark, so bow down to my facade and feel the pressure. A real thug from the streets, we do what we wanna do. Nigga, fuck the police, I'm the mouth of madness. Bringing the pain and the sadness, I be the baddest. Smoking niggas to the ashes, Alpha and Omega. Spitting raw from Thug Data. Dark is Darth Vader with the strength of the creator.
When it all goes down, nigga.
When it all goes down, talk to me. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Yes, indeed. I'm in the house now for sure. Y'all don't know what that's from. Hey, can y'all hear me? Is my sound good? I have. Actually, let me make sure that this is working on my end, because I want to make sure that I did the right thing and that everything is everything. How can I check? Oh, wait. Let's do this. Let's just do this. Let's chill. Let's settle down. Let's just do this. That's what I want to do. Just me and you. All right. Sounds like it's sounding good. Okay. So I know, and I'm going to say this because this is the goddamn truth. I have been struggling with my microphone probably ever since I started fucking podcasting. I've had highs and I've had lows. My microphone sometimes works very good and sometimes it's shit. So I've changed some stuff around and I think I got it figured out, and hopefully y'all can let me know if the audio is good. I think it sounds good on my end, but y'all let me know. But I think I got it finally fixed. I don't know why I've always had this problem, but for the most part, it's been good ever since, like, aside from the early days, back with my boy Tommy. Shout out to my motherfucking boy Tommy. Back when Tommy had to buy me a fucking mixer because I was broke and I ain't know no better. But he took care of me because he's a good brother. And he's his brother's keeper. But after that, my sound was up and down. You know what I'm saying? So, and just over the years with just things I've changed, things I've added, I've done, it just improving my podcast and the equipment and all that kind of stuff. Things have gotten good, things have gotten bad. But I think that it's time that my shit really got good, and I'm striving for perfection. So I hope that this is good, and I hope we're okay. So going forward, I hope that my mic and stuff will work. I actually had switched out my mic doing the super panel, which I love. Hey, man, look, if y'all ain't watching the Tuesday night super panel on Tommy Sotomayor TV Live, y'all are missing the world, Craig. Everything in the world is going on over there. I swear to God. I really, really, really like that the super panel and the podcast. It was just, man, the last few shows, I mean, to me, it's just getting better and better and better. And I like that.
it's just good, man. It's becoming one of my favorite things. So and also too, I just want you all to know that we're gonna work out a day and we're gonna start back. Tommy hit me up about starting back the Guru and the Whore, which I think is gonna be great. We're gonna get that going so that we can really start doing what we used to do. I know you all miss it. I miss it. I know he miss it. So we're gonna really start doing that and cranking that out and really start creating some more content, man. So I'm so happy for my brother being back on YouTube. If you have not subscribed to the Tommy Sotomayor on YouTube, hold on. Actually, I ain't gonna even say it. I'm gonna show it. Hold on. Let me see here. I think I should have it right here. But I want you all, as you all are watching this, whether you're watching it live or watching on a replay, go and subscribe to my brother's channel. And let me see, where is my podcast? Oh, wait, I'm in the wrong thing. Okay, podcasts. And this probably the last podcast I signed up for. Yeah, there we go. All right, I'm gonna post it in the chat, y'all. Please, actually, I'm gonna post it and I'm gonna pin it in the chat so that way that all y'all can see it. But yeah, my brother's back on the YouTubes, and it's been going good. So I'm happy for that. Y'all make sure that y'all go and subscribe to that channel so we can blow it back up. It's growing really well. So I'm happy for my brother that he doing his thug thizzle on the U-Tizzle. My channel, however, just got demonetized for some reason. I don't know what the hell it is with this damn algorithm or something, but something switched something and they just basically turned my shit off. That's pretty much what they did. So hopefully I can get it back. Why is that not coming up? Hold on. Tommy Sotomayor. Oh, it's TV Live. That's why. Okay. No, I should be seeing this. Man, don't tell me that they done took my nigga shit down. Tommy Sotomayor TV Live. That's the name. I swear for Lord, if they done block, man, they done took this channel down. Yeah. See, this is the shit I'm talking about. But hold on, man. I got to make sure I can find this. Now, that's the whole thing. And that's not what that is. Everything else but his channel is coming up. I sure hope they didn't. Man, come on now. Come on here now. Ain't that about a bitch? Because I don't see it. I see where he was on. I see he was on here. Let me see if it's in here. Wow, I do not see this channel, bro. I hope that this is just a glitch in my matrix for the YouTube joint. Let me see if it's over here. Okay, I'm gonna go and see if it's here. Hold on, y'all. Y'all gotta bear with me because I need to find this. Right? Okay, let me go to the Fresh. Did they put it in the chat on the Fresh and Fit show? Nope, they did not. I don't see it anyway. They did. Tommy Sotomayor. Nope, I don't see it there. This is wild. Yeah, bro, and it's not there. Let's go to I'm gonna go the long way. I'm gonna go to my subscriptions and see if it's in there. Because I know it should be there. All right, I got all this other shit there. Yup. Ain't that some shit? Nope. Nope. They had Charlie Kirk. They got Orange Twins. I do not see Tommy Sotomayor. Man. Ain't this about a bitch? Wild as hell. Okay, let me do this. Let me go back here. See if y'all can go to. They got him after Myra. They did. So they did. They said they took it down. What the fuck? After he went on Fresh and Fit, these motherfuckers. Wow. No, I didn't know that, bro. Ain't that about a bitch? Okay. Well, thank y'all for letting me know. I didn't know that. Damn. All right. Shit, that fucking sucks. These motherfuckers, man. Oh. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and shit. We'll at least do this then. Man, I didn't know that, dude. Wow. Okay. All right. Well, we'll put his Rumble back up in here. We'll do that. Shit. Here we go. Yep. I'll pin that in the chat then. So that way we get something off up in there. That's fucked up. Ain't that something, man? Ain't that something? All right. Yeah, y'all do that, man. And yeah. Ain't that wild? These motherfuckers, boy, I swear. Niggas, man. I hate niggas. Yeah, all right, I'm gonna do this, and then that way. Yeah, okay, cool. So that's up there. And let me put that in there. I'm gonna put it in my so-called backup channel too, I guess. Go to, yeah. Oh, it's already there. That's right. I got the chat thing set up to where to put it in both. Okay. Good. All right, cool. All right, let's go ahead and let's get started, man. I'm gonna go ahead and get into the show. So this is one of the unique things where I found this on YouTube one night. And I wanted to do the show yesterday, but I got sleepy and said, no, I'm not going to do that because I think this show is going to maybe have to be broken down into 2 parts, but I'm going to try my best to see if I can get through it. And if I can drive home when I really want to drive home, we could do that. And then we'll be good. So, but we'll see. If not, I'll just do 2. But this was very unique in the fact that they were able to pull this off, and they were able to find a group of middle-aged liberal white women and middle-aged conservative black women and had a conversation. And one of the things about it and why I wanted to do a commentary to this or do a breakdown of it is because there were a lot of things that I thought that were missed and not really like discussed. And as I was watching it, I started getting more and more engaged with it. And I said, nope, I need to stop so that we could actually just do a show about it. And here we are. But before I get into that, I wanted to just real quick talk about something that has been really perplexing me as of late. But before I do that, I want you all to hear something. Let me see if I can find this. Is this it? I don't know if this is it or not. Yeah, it is. No, that ain't it. Ah, it went away. I fucking hate Facebook, man. Jeez. I had that thing queued up the whole time. And then when I want to play it, it does like some fucking refresh. And now it's gone. But anyway, my Bears won. And they won in last minute fashion. But they won nevertheless. I'm just glad that they winning and they getting them W's. The good get better and the better get best.
Oh, no, I found it. I know it wasn't pretty, but don't apologize for winning this league, guys. Don't apologize. We did what we had to do. We said we had to go 3-1 in the second quarter, and we did that. Yes, we'll talk about the next quarter coming up tomorrow. Don't worry about that quite yet, all right? Enjoy this win. It took all 60 minutes for that one. Here's what I know about this group. Here's what I know. If it is close in the fourth quarter,
Yeah, baby. Hey, man, look here. How about the Bears, baby? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My Bears is with it. Hey, man, Ben Johnson, if he pulled this off, I'm saying this right now. If Ben Johnson pulls this off and takes us to the promised land, hey, man, he going to be bigger than Ditka. Ditka was the last one to get us to the promised land, baby. And if Ben Johnson can pull this off, hey, man, all I got to say is that we are looking good. We looking good, and we are doing the damn thing as best we can with what we got. The good get better, and the better get best, baby. Let's go. But be that as it may, let me go ahead and get into the what I want to talk about real quick. So, one of the things that really bothers me about this day and age in just the political climate, because a lot of, not really so much of the country, but a lot of black folks and a lot of left-leaning liberals, I mean, way left, are very frustrated with this administration. And I get it. I get it. I was frustrated with the previous administration. And I guess my frustration came about because I was actually able to point out the problems that were going on and the root of those problems. And one of the things that I don't understand in today's world is that these people that are on the left, these people that are woke, that are whatever you want to call it, the people that are just, let's just say it, the people that are just anti-Trump. You know what my problem is with y'all? It's not that I got a problem with you because you are anti-Trump and you just don't like what's going on in the country. I don't have a problem with that. I'm okay with that. The problem that I have is that the things that you say and the things that you post on social media, things that you say on your podcast, the things that are being said in the mass media, which is slowly but surely becoming the small media. But it's just the things that the problem that I have is that you say so many things that are just flat out lies or half truths, or they just don't make sense because they're so far deranged and removed from the truth, or your favorite one is just taken completely out of context. And I have tried my best to be the one to have discussions and conversations, but I get it. To a large degree, most of these people are beyond that point. And I say that because they're not worth having the conversation with, because they literally do not have the capacity. And I'm not calling them stupid. I'm just saying they don't have the mental capacity to be able to have the conversation. You know, there's some people that, you know, you can reason with. Then there's some people that you can just, you know, exchange dialogue and not necessarily persuade them one way or the other, but you can at least have the conversation. And then there are other people that no matter what you say, no matter what you do, you're just not going to even find common ground. That's what I have. Those are the people that I have a problem with, because they are the ones that continue to bring about divisiveness. Is that a word? Divisiveness or divisiveness? They divide us. How about that? So they just continuously do that. And I think it's a problem when you have people that are saying things that are inflammatory and bring about the violence that we've now starting to see increase in politics. Because when you do that, you are going to start something that you can't finish, and you're going to start something that you wish you'd never had started. I hear this term being thrown around a lot, where people are talking about black fatigue and all of that kind of stuff. And it's basically one of the things that I've just, come to accept over the years. And Tommy's been saying it for the longest. I'm tired of niggas. And I think a lot of people are getting tired of niggas, because you niggas have worn out your welcome, not because of your point of view, but because you have no ability to actually communicate. You just want to say what you're going to say, and that's it. And that's problematic. And it makes people frustrated, and people get tired of your ass when you behave like that. So it's like, I wish that that you all would really consider what it is that you say and how you say it, and just look at it like this. And this is what I try to say to people. If y'all so right, if you're so right, and your point is so righteous, why would you not just be able to point out the facts, as opposed to just making grand ideas? There are people that are saying things like, when he first got elected this second time, people said we were going to go back in slavery. We were going to be deported, niggas. After these illegals are deported, we're going to go into a recession, more so a great, like the Great Depression, because of the tariffs. And he don't know what he's doing with these tariffs. They're going to destroy the economy, and we're going to go into a Great Depression. That's what was said. And the other thing is, we're going to go into World War. He's going to start World War III. Meanwhile, and that was 10 months ago, mind you, 10 fucking months ago. Meanwhile, this dude has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, stopped 8 wars. Economy is on the upswing. I ain't got no chains on, and I ain't been told that I'm gonna leave this country, so I'm not in slavery, and I'm not being deported. Haven't been stopped by ICE or nothing. And there's no depression. Now, I will say this, things are still tight. I will say that for damn sure. These interest rates and shit need to go down. Gas has went down. I just filled up my tank in my truck, and I paid $2.22 per gallon. Now, that ain't where I wanted to be, because I wanted to get back to where it was when I first moved to Texas. When I first moved to Texas, gas was $1.68. That's my expectation. But we on our way. That's all I can say. But with all of those things that's going on, nobody talks about the people that are anti-Trump, anti-this administration. Nobody talks about any of that stuff. And I don't understand why that is. But my point is this. Even with all of the shit that you got going on and all of the things that you have a problem with, why not just point out the facts? As opposed to just saying, this is what they say, so this is what I'm going to repeat. Everybody's saying that this whole shutdown is Trump's fault. And it's not. This ain't a Trump thing. This is a fucking Congress thing. This is Republicans and Democrats alike. Because the problem is this. That's a Chuck D line, ain't it? The problem is this. We got to fix it. Check out the justice and how they run it. Selling, smell. Yeah, all right. That is a Chuck D line. But shout out to Public Enemy. But anyway, I don't know. I'm just fucking crazy like that. Excuse me. But anyway, the thing is, I'm not okay with the government being shut down, number one. Number two, I believe that they should fix this shit to where, and this is the problem that we have with Republicans and black folks. Y'all got to get out of this mindset of just putting shit back the way it was, because that shit wasn't working neither. The fact that these motherfuckers, and just hear this piece, I'm going to make these 2 points or 3 points, then I'm going to move on. The fact that these motherfuckers can shut down the government and they punk asses are still getting paid, I got a problem with that. Mind you, Donald Trump ain't getting paid. He ain't taking a salary. He's donating his salary or whatever he's doing. So he ain't got paid in the last administration or this one. First president to ever do that. But ain't nobody gonna give him no credit for that, because why? Most motherfuckers are assholes and they just insist on being an asshole, and they would never acknowledge something good that a person is doing that they hate. But how in the fuck is it still not a law to where these motherfuckers are elected officials and they get paid with taxpayer dollars, but when the government shuts down, they don't not get paid? No, that's bullshit. It should be this, and y'all just hit me because I'm just throwing this out here. If the budget doesn't get balanced and the government cannot pass a balanced budget, not only should they not get paid, but they should not get retro pay. So like when we open up the government again and all the air traffic controllers go back, they're going to all get retro pay. They're going to get big fat lump sums of money so they can get back on their feet. Understandably so. Absolutely should. But they should not only not get paid, they should lose their pay. Y'all motherfuckers going to have this budget. Y'all ain't passed this budget in a month. Then y'all don't get paid for a month. Live off your own shit. Figure it out. Because I shouldn't have to have my soldiers, my air traffic controllers, and everybody else that work for the federal government. They all got to figure it out. Go drive Uber, go drive Lyft, go do DoorDash and all that shit and struggle while you motherfuckers are sitting at home bitching, jumping on your social media, talking shit, and just saying, oh, this is Trump. They won't do this. This is why I am so against them. And I'm glad that that Trump and them ain't bowing down to this. This $1.5 trillion is bullshit. And here's how I know it's bullshit. I ain't read the bill, but I can tell you like this. If it was $1.5 trillion and it was just going for food stamps and for 20 million Americans to not get their health care hike increase, they would have been past it. But I can guarantee you, you ain't about to tell me that food stamps and medical insurance premiums ain't going to cost $1.5 trillion. Bullshit to the back. I don't believe it. You can't make me believe that. And it's a bunch of other bullshit ass subsidies that's in this deal that are the bad things. And that's the whole nature of this of politics, is that what they want to do in Congress, they want to tell you about the stuff up front that's working for the people. Meanwhile, that's the overlay. But the underlay is all of the extra bullshit pet programs and pet projects that they got going on that they trying to slide in with that fucking bill. And that is what this administration is against. And I'm for that too. I'm against that bullshit. Because the problem is this. If you got these motherfucking medical insurance companies that are inflating so many fucking premiums and all of this shit to the point to where the government has to spend $1.5 trillion to keep this shit going, not to make it better, just to keep it going, then the medical industry, pharmaceutical companies, they are the problem. Because if those motherfuckers can come and make billions and billions of dollars off the backs of Americans, capitalist country, I get it, then y'all can't have these people that's on Medicaid too. I'm sorry. Y'all got to give. It's a give and take. It's a give and take. That's just what this shit come down to. And if our government isn't for regulating these motherfuckers, then that's another problem, because this is it too. We got too many of our fucking politicians, your congressmen that y'all like, your Jasmine Crockett's and all of them, and just same thing going on the Republican side. They in bed with these motherfucking pharmaceutical companies and these fucking medical medical providers, insurance providers. They in bed with them. So they not trying to make them do right. They're sitting here infighting and making it go back and forth. Say, it's y'all fault, no, it's y'all fault, and making the people suffer at the end of the day, which is the main problem. So if they're not trying to change that, then that's it. That's what y'all should be meeting about and figuring that part out. But if you're too busy promising this medical company A and pharmaceutical company B all of these subsidies that they gonna get from our tax dollars, then now I see why y'all mad and why y'all holding the line. I see why Chuck Schumer, I see why AOC, and I see why Hakeem Jeffries is like, no, we not gonna buckle because y'all can't. Because y'all done promised these motherfuckers and y'all they done gave y'all motherfuckers so much money in y'all campaign contributions that y'all can't do it. And that's the problem with these politicians taking donations from corporations. They shouldn't be able to do it. All that lobbying and all that bullshit, we need to cut that shit out, dude, because it compromises the country doing what's best for the people. Because all of these politicians, they cart their asses off to Washington, D.C. once they get elected by the people, and then they become slaves and get into the pockets of these corporations. And that's the problem. Because at the end of the day, and here's a little fun fact for everybody, all this shit they talking about, we need this for the people, we need that for the people, get Medicare for the people and Medicaid for the people. Why is it still that y'all the only motherfuckers that get free health care after y'all serve? Spouse and y'all and your spouse. Why is that? Since we can't afford all this shit, how is it that we can afford to take care of y'all medical to where y'all ain't got to pay shit? 100% free. We can pay for y'all's, but our tax dollars can't help pay for ours. Why is that? And those are the real questions we should be asking instead of trying to say, this is all Trump's fault. We should be saying, well, why y'all motherfuckers still getting paid? Why y'all ain't donating y'all salaries to the people and helping feed the people in y'all congressional districts? I'm pretty sure y'all getting $5,000, $10,000, $12,000, $15,000 a month. If y'all was to donate that and buy $15,000 worth of groceries and canned goods and shit like that, the people could be eating. That's all I'm saying. And that's a hell of a question. What is the difference between lobbying and bribery? It's not. It's almost borderline slavery. They're purchasing fucking politicians. You want to buy a politician? There it is. It's just a matter of how much you willing to pay. How much are they willing? How much are they worth? That's only that. Wolf bet that the whole thing about the immigrants. Yes, that's a part of it, but that's not the main reason. That's what they're saying that they're trying to do. Because when you break this shit all the way down, it can't be $1.5 trillion, bro. It's too much extra bullshit that they're trying to run through with that. That's a part of it, but that ain't the only part of it. But it is what it is. Let me go ahead and let's get into this because this is a long one. And I think I'm probably going to have to wind up doing two. But I'm going to go ahead and let this go. And I'm going to stop and give my points of view along the way. And then we'll see where we're at in about maybe an hour or so. And then we can go from there. Let's do this.
And the first prompt is, the Republican Party truly represents the interests of Black Americans.
Y'all let me know. Can y'all hear that? I believe y'all can. I just want to make sure because, like I said, I did some configuring and some changing around, but I can hear it, so I believe you all can too. So,
most definitely. If we know the history, if we know the data, we know this is true. The main issue now is immigration. In the late 1800s, Black Americans knew that illegal immigration or illegal aliens and mass immigration adversely impacted Black America economically. So what's the problem today that we don't realize that, right? Mass immigration, illegal aliens adversely impact Black Americans economically.
I don't understand. How is it that a black, and y'all tell me if y'all can hear this. I think y'all can. I can't understand how today Black folks don't understand this. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Here is the thing here's the whole illegal immigrant thing. Number one, from both sides, here's why Biden and them want it. Because they want to do what they did in California. You do, and here's my thing. You all do understand California will forever be blue. Aside from a fucking nuclear warhead going off or a 14 on the Richter scale, sliding the whole fucking state off into the ocean, it's going to forever remain blue. Here's the reason why it'll be forever blue. Back when it was Ronald Reagan, I think it was Reagan. Reagan gave amnesty to a fuck ton of immigrants. Those immigrants came over and they voted blue. Now, what they're trying to do for the Democratic Party, this is top of the food chain DNC shit. This ain't no Joe Biden mastermind this shit. This is top of the line, upper echelon DNC, how we can forever win. They want to flood the country like they did with illegal immigrants. Once they flood the country with all of these migrants, they want to then grant them amnesty. Over the years, as these migrants spread out and populate, y'all know Hispanics have babies like the rest of the human race, but they just keep going and keep going and keep going. That's why you see 35 Mexicans living in a 3-bedroom house, 10 in each room, and 5 in the bathroom. That's why they live that way. But the point is, over time, even though some of those Hispanics or some of those illegal aliens would then become Republican, the greater majority of them would be blue. They would then spread out across the country. And as they spread out, especially in those areas where the not border states, but the swing states, thank you. The swing states they would tip the scales the other way. And they would make the whole idea of that is to compromise as many swing states as possible to blue. It's only 7 swing states? Let's say if they flip 4 of them, 3 of them, 5 of them. That's all they want to do. Because if they do that, then they know wherever they go, when it's time to run for the presidential seat, they'll be able to win. And we would have a country that will forever be blue. If it is not the president of the United States going forward, and it wouldn't happen immediately, but over the next 2 to 3 terms, so you see about 12 to 15 years, 12 to 16 years it would take to bring it all to fruition, but it would start by the next election. Because those sanctuary cities would let these people become citizens, get them get them IDs, and let them vote. Once you get ID, you can go anywhere to get ID, and then you can vote in that state. That's what the end game is. And that would ruin our republic. That's exactly what the whole idea of that is. So don't y'all think for one second that these that these Democrats are trying to find homes for these people that just want a chance at America. No, they are trying to forever flip the country to where it's forever blue. And then in the other countries, in the other states like Texas, Florida, at the best, they want to at least make them purple. Because Texas, we ain't for that shit here. All we see is red in Texas, and I love it. But that's the idea. Now, for black folks, and this is my problem with black folks, for the black folks that do work, for the black folks that are trying to make it, that are the minority, what do you think happens when a bunch of illegal aliens are now here and they're working and doing jobs that you would normally do for cheaper? So when people say, well, they come and they pick fruit and they do the jobs that black folks don't want to do. Yeah, but then they do some of the jobs that black folks do want to do. I know plenty of black folks that are painters. I know plenty of black folks that work construction, that do demolition, that do drywall hanging, that do painting, that do framing. What about those? Y'all always want to go to that fruit shit. And the fruit shit is only seasonal. They come and they pick our fruit and they cut our lawns. I know plenty of black men that got their own lawn care service. They raise our kids. They're our nannies. All I'm saying is, why would we want to have people that are coming here that are going to work for far less, and then they're going to jump and take these jobs away? But then these are the same people that when they get sick, they do go to the emergency room and they do get paid. So that whole thing where people say it's by law that we can't pay for those illegal aliens. When you go to the emergency room, when is the last time you ever seen somebody get kicked out of the emergency room? You ain't seen it. So they don't do it. So what happens? Illegal migrant A, B, C, and D rack up these hospital bills. And what do? They go and they tax the government for it. They bill the government for it. That's exactly what they do, which is Medicare, Medicaid, and they're the ones that wind up paying it. So that's how that part works. No, they don't get a medical card and they get and select a PPO and all that. They don't do all that, or HMO. They don't do that. But all they have to do is when they get sick, go to the emergency room. When they don't feel well, go to the emergency room, because you are guaranteed to be seen. And every person that's seen in the emergency room absolutely 1000% creates a medical bill, period. And these hospitals ain't just chucking that shit up as a loss, taking the L and saying, no, the government ain't gonna pay nothing. Bullshit. Medical billing is a motherfucker. And they go and they get the money from Medicare, Medicaid, whatever you want to call it. That's how they get paid. So that's the thing with this migrant thing. This shit is this deeper than a rap, bro. Don't get it twisted. They are trying to flip the country forever blue, period. And that's one of the main reasons why Elon Musk did what he did with buying X, because they were trying to shut everybody the fuck up with this whole thing, what they did with the social media cats, saying you can't say this, you can't say that, you can't do this, you can't do that. They weaponize the FBI to go and make these motherfuckers go and do shit like, I don't know, suppress a fucking laptop from Hunter Biden. I don't know, make it to where people literally could not talk about COVID, or you got banned. If you weren't pro-shot, you were getting banned. Happened to me.
That's a fact. The data is clear. So we go by data, we don't go by feelings. Is that correct?
Why do you think that immigration or mass immigration affects black workers more than white workers.
Because do you believe that black and white workers were always on the same footing throughout
Certainly
history?
not.
Exactly. So that's the point, right?
Well,
we look at history, we look at the data.
But that's history. As a liberal, I hope we've moved on a little beyond that, where everybody can get a decent job if you work and you work hard and you get your education. And the immigrants coming in aren't taking the jobs that we would do.
How does she know that? I don't understand why they say this. I truly don't understand why they say this. How would you know that they are not taking the jobs that we would do? The black jobs, whatever you want to call it. How would she know this? How do you know? So that basically would mean, you saying that means that there's some black person somewhere saying, I'm not going to do that job. That migrant can have it. Oh, no, heavens no. I would never stoop that low and do that job. It's beneath me. Give it to one of the illegals. It's bullshit. And here's how it's bullshit. Because every morning when a motherfucker go outside of Lowe's or Home Depot, you see motherfuckers standing outside there. Who's out there? People that are construction workers. So if you're saying that they're not taking those jobs, they are. Because if I can pay this person $4 an hour, as opposed to the nigga that knows what the going rate is, and he's gonna charge $20 an hour, which one do you think I'm gonna do if I'm the contractor? Hey, look here, Pablo. Hop on the back of this truck. Why? Because I know he ain't gonna say shit. And he gonna take whatever I give him. That's capitalism at its finest. What are you talking about? They should not be here to even be an option. That's the part y'all don't understand. These migrants are taking the jobs because they are an alternative. They are cheaper labor, period. I don't give a fuck what job you're talking about. They're cheaper labor. And the reason why they are getting the work, it's not that they have great fucking interviews. It's not that they're just great people that just come across really well and know how to sell themselves. No, they work for less. I ain't gonna complain. I ain't gonna say shit. I ain't in no union. I ain't gonna give you no problems. You can treat me however you gonna treat me. Just pay me whatever you think I'm worth. Hey, Mr. George, how much you pay the new guy? $20. It's too much. It's the same thing. It's too much. That's all they do. What's up, Cellulite? That's all they do. They're selling you the dream of thinking that these people are just coming here and they're just really hard workers. No, they are fucking cheaper and available. It's like a prostitute when you're broke. If that bitch is going for the $5 and you broke, she's cheap and she's available, you going. Next thing you know, you're in a dark alley somewhere and you're embarrassing yourselves with your trousers down to your ankles with a $5 whore. That's just what it is. The market is going to dictate that. Wherever I can go and I can say, hey, how much y'all charge to do this? Oh, y'all charging $10 an hour to paint? Okay, hey, bro, I'll do it for $8. I'm the contractor. You do it for $8. Well, shit, can you paint? Yeah, I can paint. I'll just do it for $8. Hey, well, come on then. 1 + 1 = 2. That's just what it is. It is what it is. So it's like, don't make it seem like they don't want to do the jobs that they have. No, bullshit.
But you don't know that, right?
Yeah, I do.
Well, they work in construction, right?
Yes.
And so most black men in Los Angeles specifically, you don't even see black American men working in construction jobs. Are you saying that black American men don't do construction jobs?
I don't see that many white American men doing construction jobs
right, because
either.
and they're not immigrants, they're illegal aliens, and they've taken all the jobs.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Because I was brought up Italian from the East Coast. My grandmother came from Italy. And here's the thing. My mother said to me, the word aliens is a negative.
And this is what I hate about liberals. What does any of that have to do with your parents growing up from Italy and all of that shit? I give zero fucks about your parents coming over here from Italy back in the fucking 40s. I don't give a fuck about that. None of that is relevant to today. Because I can turn right back around and say, yeah, well, you know, my ancestors, they were slaves and they were brought here and they were on the Johnson's plantation back in the... Like, what the fuck does that mean? How is that relevant to what we're talking about today? You're now going to make an argument for the word or the use of the word alien? They are aliens. They're foreign to our land.
We use the word immigrants. So can you tell me why alien?
Well, because
they're not from another planet. They're just from another country.
Yeah, but we respect our laws, right? And we respect the United States Constitution. And
really? Trump respects the Constitution?
Yeah.
That's something
that's news to me.
That's
well,
news
do you
to
know
me.
the Constitution?
Yes.
What do you know about it?
You see that white bitch didn't answer? She said, really? Trump respects the Constitution? What is he not respected about the Constitution? And this is the shit that pisses me off about these left motherfuckers. Y'all just say shit. And then when somebody asks you for context or when somebody asks you to explain, you can't. She cut right back around and shout out and salute to the sister for doing it. Do you know the Constitution? Because I'm going to tell you like this. 90% of motherfuckers don't know the Constitution. At best, most motherfuckers might know the preamble. But most people don't even know the Constitution. Hell, I can tell you in just all truth and honesty, I only really have a good understanding of a handful of amendments. First, second, fourth, 17th, 14th, 18th. I don't know every last one of them motherfuckers. But I'm not saying that I'm an authority and trying to tell somebody else that, oh, well, I'm an authority on the Constitution. No, it's like, just think about what you're saying. And then if you're going to say it, fine. But at least be able to speak to what you're saying. These motherfuckers will say shit. And then when you say, well, can you give me, explain? Can you give me some details? Can you give me, they don't have no motherfucking more information after that. He just does. What? What do you mean he just does? Tell me how. You ask this woman right now, tell me how Donald Trump, if you say he don't care about the Constitution, or you saying he's violated the Constitution, tell me how. Well, he just has. Oh, okay. Got it.
Well, free speech, for one, which seems to have gone into the toilet lately. Hate speech is not.
Did you hear that? That bitch says free speech and turns right back around and says hate speech. Ma'am, hear me. Hate speech is not in the Constitution. And the problem with that is most motherfuckers think it is. Hate speech is not in the Constitution. There is no such thing in the Constitution about hate speech.
Speech that I hate that you can't say. Hate speech is speech that hurts people. We are now back in an age of, somebody said earlier, McCarthyism, where things are, you can't take somebody off the air because you disagree with them.
Now they're going to say that Trump then took Jimmy Kimmel off the air. I'm going to give you that. Let's just say indirectly he did. Where was this outrage when they took Trump off of everything? Where was this outrage when they took me off? Where was this outrage when they took Tommy off? Where was this outrage when they took any and everybody else off? You know why you didn't give a fuck then? Because it wasn't your side. And here's the thing, like I say all the time, it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. Now it's amazing to me how y'all do and say all this fuck shit. Then when the tables get turned around, then it's supposed to, hey, let's stop and let's be the bigger person about this. Let's be the biggest person. Let's be the bigger person about this. I know we said and did a bunch of fuck shit to you and your family, but let bygones be bygones. I mean, when is it gonna end? Really? Let's be mature. Oh, but when y'all was shutting this motherfuckers down, when y'all was taking this man's family and raking them over the coals, all that shit was fine. And then nobody had shit to say then. Y'all all shut the fuck up and kept yourselves in line. But now we gotta do what's best. We've gotta say we gotta social distance. We've gotta stay inside. That wasn't the best thing. We've gotta wear masks. It's still stupid motherfuckers that wear masks in their cars with the windows up. Man, I ain't got time.
Well, they took off Roseanne Barr.
Roseanne Barr.
And they took off Dave Chappelle.
Sure
and they
did.
censored us. They censored conservatives who wanted to take who wanted to talk about the vaccine, remember? And they censored conservatives who wanted to talk about the stolen 2020 election, remember? We were taken off Facebook. We were taken off social media.
The government didn't take those people
Well,
off
no,
of
in
the
fact,
air.
the
That's
government
what's
didn't take
different.
Jimmy Kimmel.
Thank you, ma'am. She said it.
Can I ask you something?
The government didn't take Jimmy Kimmel off then. If that's the case, bitch. So what are we talking about? What are we talking about? That's all I'm saying. It's like you're talking about this shit like it's really like all of this stuff now is happening. We can't do that. Oh, but when this happened, then what are you saying? Hey, you know what? Say you like, I get it. I'm just conceding the fact because it's a moot point. Y'all talking about Jimmy fucking Kimmel and all the other shit that happened from fucking COVID? That alone. Y'all made niggas go stay in the house, bro. They had motherfuckers in the house, motherfucking kids out of school with a bunch of unfounded science. People were fired from their jobs because they didn't take a fucking vaccine. I'm sorry, it ain't no vaccine. A fucking shot that was unfounded to even fucking work. It was like y'all forced us to take a flu shot that was fucking worse than the flu shot. And now all these people that are dying from all these heart problems from taking that fucking shot, don't nobody know nothing. Ain't nobody saying nothing. Don't nobody know shit. Ain't nobody saying shit. Come on, man.
Can you you tell me how many
Guarantee you this bitch gonna say something that's don't even fucking matter.
black people work in the administration right now under
But-
Trump?
but that- I
no,
mean-
I'm just asking. How many people?
I don't know, but that's like a
What-
superficial question, right?
Why? Yeah, but
Because it's not
but
about-
Why shouldn't? Let me just say this. Why shouldn't all races, right, be representative, like with President Biden and Kamala Harris in the administration? Why?
So basically, represented in the administration. So basically, old white men and a half Indian, half black woman is representative of our country. I get so tired of this shit. This is one of the dumbest arguments I have heard. Why do you give a fuck as to how many people are black, Hispanic, gay, lesbian, trans working in an administration? Just because of my sexuality or the color of my skin, that means I'm what? It means I'm what? I'm gonna be a better fucking candidate than someone else because I'm trans? This shit is stupid. So if you got a qualified person, and my thing is this, you got this qualified person who won't get a job because this other person is just as qualified, but they trans. Why would that matter? Where I put my penis shouldn't matter. Who I fucking scissor with shouldn't matter. If I'm the best candidate for a job, that makes no sense. You are not going to tell me that a black person, Hispanic person, Asian person, or white person is going to be better at a particular government job because of the color of their skin. Sorry, but not sorry. You're not going to tell me that Clarence Thomas is a better justice of the peace than Kenneth Kavanaugh, whatever his name is, because he's black. That shit is stupid.
Why is it always white blonde women that are idiots and straight white men? Like, why?
Well, I'm going to look at the question that she asked. She said the word truly. Truly makes it seem like it's like an absolute. I don't necessarily feel like it's an absolute, but I think he's better than the alternative when you look at everything all together. So when we look at it, it's not about, when he talks about merit, I want a job not because of the color of my skin, but because I'm capable. And nowadays, if I always need affirmative action, but yet you tell me that I'm equal, then I'm not playing on level footing.
Exactly. And let me take it a step further, because I'm going to say the thing that don't nobody want to say. If I got company X and it comes down to my homie, my brother, my friend, or whoever fill in the blank is in need of a job, and some unknown motherfucker is applying, depending on the gravity and the importance of that job, my people gonna get that job. The people I fucks with gonna get that job. And not that I'm just giving it to them because they know me, but because of the fact of the matter is I do have a sense, a inherent sense of potential loyalty right there. I do have familiarity right there. And sometimes that works. However, there are certain jobs where you can't do that. But there are jobs where, hey, somebody could be just as qualified and I know them, I'm going to give that person a job. That's called relationship. That's just what that is. And I don't see why black folks got a problem with that. Niggas get the hookup with niggas all the time. Now, do a bunch of niggas give a bunch of niggas jobs? Nope, but they sure should. They sure in the fuck should. I don't know why. It's like, thank you. Nepotism is a thing, bro. It's like you should have nepotism for your own motherfucking people. And that's essentially what motherfuckers is saying. I got nepotism. Not to a fault, not to where I'm gonna fuck some shit up or I'm gonna put somebody who can't do the job. I'm not gonna do that because that's to my own detriment. But in my company, if I can do something to where I can say, well, hey, this person can do the job and I know him and we cool, we done worked together before. Hell yeah, I'm gonna give that motherfucker the job. Fuck you mean? Why not? Do you know how many companies, shit, do you know how many fucking musical groups have started just because motherfuckers was friends? You think Tribe Called Quest had auditions, nigga? No. Fife, Tip, and Muhammad all knew each other. Fuck is you talking about? You think when motherfuckers did the scenario, they interviewed Busta Rhymes? No, them niggas knew each other. Hey, yo, come on. Put me on the song. Come on. What are you talking about? Niggas do that shit all the time. I don't see that being a problem when you're not sacrificing the level of service. when you're not sacrificing the quality of service or the job getting done. That's crazy. If I got a fucking football team and I got a guy who runs the 40 runs a 4.4, and I got another guy who runs that same 40 in a 4.5, if that's my boy, I'm gonna give him the motherfucking job. Because that millisecond to me ain't no problem. Could it be for somebody else? Yes, but not for me. That's just what that is. So when you see Donald Trump with his administration, I say that to say this. When you look at Donald Trump's administration, hell yeah, I'm going to have my boys in there. I'm bringing the motherfucking Avengers to come in this motherfucker. Because the first time I tried to use y'all, and all y'all was full of shit. At whatever moment it kept, when the shit got down to doing the right thing or serving yourself or serving whoever the fuck you was a slave to, you did that. As opposed to doing what it is I needed you to do. That's why he said it, his son said it, both of his sons said it. Man, we learned so much from that first time. Oh, hell yeah, we coming here with a whole different plan. That's why they have gotten the most. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Probably in the past 100 years, ain't no president got as much shit done probably since the 1900s. After the late early 1900s, ain't no administration ever got this much shit done at one time. In 10 months, no way. The level of shit that has gotten done in 10 months' time, unprecedented, bro. Fuck that vaccine. This is Operation Lightspeed. This shows you how effective government can be when you have the right people in place and the bullshit is out the way. Because that's the only thing that's trying to impede this whole fucking thing is the bullshit. The politicians that are trying to still get over and suck off the government's tit. Those are the only people that are the problem. The people that have lost power, the people that have lost their juice, have lost their inside trail to the fucking money spigot, aka the government budget that they're so used to getting. That's who all these motherfuckers that got problems with Trump that are politicians, that's what they're mad at. He done cut off the fucking fountain of dough.
Hold on.
Okay.
So look at it like this. Prior to, let's say, affirmative action, did whites of all ages, of all economic background, did they have to compete to get into Harvard?
Yes.
Exactly. So why does a person, because of the color of their skin, get to do it? So it's not about whether or not how many are in. I want qualified people in, because what happens is.
And here's my thing. You niggas always, and this is what pisses me off about this affirmative action and DEI shit. You niggas always talking about how black is beautiful, how black is great. We was all once kings and queens, which is a fucking lie, but let's just say it ain't. All this shit that y'all say, start your own fucking Harvard. Start your own Harvard. Start your own Company X. Start your own shit. Then you ain't got to worry about no white man keeping you down, holding you back, being racist against you. You ain't got to worry about it. If you got your own Microsoft, you ain't got to worry about Bill Gates not giving you a job because you black. If you got your own McDonald's, you ain't got to worry about McDonald's not making you a franchise owner because you black. If you got your own motherfucking insert whatever, you ain't got to worry about nobody not giving you nothing because you black. Because you a woman. Because you a black woman. You don't have to worry about that. Get your own shit. And I say that to everybody that has this whole thing about white folks holding them back because they black. Fine. Get your own shit. It's that simple. You got a problem, and this particular institution is racist. This particular institution is against black folks. This particular institution hate black people. Great. Now you know. And knowing is half the battle. Go and get your own shit. You say that you can't get no loans because the bank says that they ain't give you no money because you black. We got more black millionaires and billionaires than ever before. Start your own bank. Start your own bank. Do your own loans. Do your own personal loans. If that's the case. They don't give you this job. You can't get no job because of this, because you black and you a black man trying to make it. Fine. Start your own. Other than that, compete. Go apply again. Go apply another somewhere else. Go apply here. Go apply there. Whatever you gonna do. I'm just saying, don't think that because you cannot get something that it's because you black. Because that's not the case. And yes, has it happened before? Yes, I'm quite sure. But it had happened to everybody before. I'm sure plenty of motherfuckers have not gotten a job because of their name. I didn't even get called for an interview. Maybe because your name is Larsha Dika. Just saying. But that's not necessarily the case. And I'm not going to be obtuse and say that it's never happened. But if it has happened, okay. But that means there's still other opportunities. That don't mean it's over. But it's like we don't want to go and do for ourselves. We want to make a motherfucker who we say hate us be the person that's nice to us. That makes no sense. Build your own, get your own shit, then you ain't got to worry about nobody giving you nothing. You done opened up the door and you done got it yourself. Shout out to James Brown.
When they're not qualified, you know what black people do? They just hired that idiot because he was a token. Because we know he didn't do the job right. He didn't make us look good. He didn't represent well. We don't, and there is a responsibility that the black community needs to take about whether or not we're going to measure up. Do you want somebody there just because they're black, or do you want somebody there just because they're qualified?
Yeah, but okay, but I want someone there. I was brought up, this is what my mother used to say to me, an Italian-Irish mother. My mother used to say to me, no.
Why does being Italian-Irish have anything to do with what the fuck she's about to say? I don't understand why people do that shit. That shit is stupid to me. This is what my mother used to say to me, and she's Italian-Irish. Oh, Italian-Irish? Then what the fuck she's about to say is 100% correct. Yeah, we can't dispute any of that. 1000% right. Like, why do people do that? And it's like these motherfuckers love doing it. These motherfuckers from other places who you talking 2-3 generations. She's Italian-Irish. She's Greek and she's Greek-Irish. I don't give a fuck. There's no bearing on what you're about to say.
Not everybody has to be your best friend, but everybody deserves to be treated equal.
I agree with that.
And I don't. And this is where these women got this shit wrong. There ain't no such thing as fucking equality. Everybody don't get treated equal. Hell, most of you motherfucking parents don't even treat your kids equally. There is no equality. Equal means everybody's the same, and that's not the fucking truth. It makes no sense when people try to do that. You can try to be fair, but equally, no. Motherfuckers like other motherfuckers. Whatever. I don't like all people the same. I don't like everyone equally. There's some motherfuckers I can't stand. And there's some motherfuckers I love dearly. And then there's some motherfuckers that I'm like cool with. Then there's some motherfuckers that I'm all right with. And then there's some motherfuckers that's my motherfucker. And then there's some motherfuckers I'm like, either way the wind blows. That ain't equal. That ain't equality. Motherfuckers talking about they love their kids all the same. Bullshit. I love my children. But the love that I have for my daughter and my son, yes, I love them, but it's different. My son is the last of us. He's the last of my name. Of our name, I should say. That's a certain level of importance for me because legacy is extremely important to me. My daughter could never carry on my legacy and our last name. My son can. It's not that I love this person more or the other, but it's not the same. I die for my daughter just like I die for my son. But everybody wants this. We should all be equal. How about you just be fair and just be righteous in what you do with everybody, or try to be? Because everybody won't get the same. It's certain motherfuckers to me that I will give my last to. And then there's other motherfuckers that I wouldn't give shit to. But I still speak to them, still talk to them, still cool with them. Motherfucker ask me for something, I ain't got it, dog. Another motherfucker ask me for something, fuck with me because you know I got it. That's how it is.
To equal. And you want to know what? In the black community, the black and brown community, as a white woman, they don't get treated right. So but
who
just
says that?
How do you know?
That's a.
Thank you, black ladies. What the fuck do you know about it? Besides what you see on TV and what you hear in the media. Do you think this white bitch is in the black community? Do you think this white woman is down there in motherfucking Inglewood seeing what's going on? Do you think she's out in fucking Watts finding out what's happening? Even though, you know, her mother's Italian-Irish. Yeah, her mother's Italian-Irish, so that means she's got to be right. The fuck? Bitch, you don't know what's going on. You know just as much as what's going on with the black community, just as much as I know what's going on with the Hispanic community. I don't know what the fuck is going on there. It's like, come on.
Where's your evidence of that? Where's your evidence of that?
No, it's not. They don't get treated.
How do you know?
They?
And how do you measure?
I love that fucking question. Who the fuck is they? I hate when people say that. I hate that shit. My wife can attest to that. When a motherfucker tell me they said, who the fuck is they? Them. Mother, boy, if you don't get the fuck out of my boy, if you don't shut the fuck up. Who the fuck is they? And why are you okay with not knowing who they is? Why are you okay with not knowing who them is? That to me is stupid shit. Ain't nobody, and I mean nobody, gonna tell me they said it. And I'd be like, who the fuck is they? And they, I don't know, but it was them. Boy, if you don't get the fuck out of my face on the internet, I don't abide by none of that shit. I have been delivered from they and them. You better tell me a motherfucking name and tell me who the fuck said it, or who the fuck decreed it, or who the fuck did it, as opposed to them. Because if you tell me them, I ain't doing shit them said. I ain't doing shit they said.
For that.
It depends on your economic.
Because I talk to people, I work the road.
Well, that's just like hearsay rhetoric. That's not data.
Okay, let me.
What does the data tell us?
Okay, the data. Okay, I'll give you the data. The data of the comedy club circuit I worked the road for over 10 years. They wouldn't book. I became a headliner, and many black and Latino women comics should have became the headliner before me. But because I was white, they didn't give them a chance. And they were as funny as could be, couldn't follow them, fabulous, and they wouldn't give them a chance.
So you know what that means? That means it ain't enough black and Hispanic people that own comedy clubs. Because I can take that shit so many different directions. Maybe they weren't funny enough. Maybe they were funny, however, their audience was different. You could be funny as shit around a bunch of niggas, but if you get in a room full of white folks, that shit may not land the same way. It's just not. It's certain shit that I can say around niggas. Thank you. Funny is subjective like a motherfucker. And if I have a comedy club, depending on what my audience is how I'm going to book comics. If I got a bunch of white women coming to my fucking comedy show, I'm gonna book this bitch. That bitch is gonna headline for me. If I got a bunch of niggas coming to my comedy show, then I'm gonna get me a real nigga comic. I want Cat Williams. And that's why Cat Williams did what he did. Because Cat Williams was smart enough to know his audience, and he got his money up to where he did his own specials. He did his own. Cat Williams owns his own specials. It's plenty of comedians today. This ain't how it used to be. This ain't the fucking 80s. It's plenty of comedians today that made it on their own on the internet. DC Young Fly, Carlos Miller. What are you talking about? But they should have been the headliners. They were funnier. We couldn't follow them. And they just didn't because they were black. Okay, so that means they need to figure out another way to get it. Because if I'm a white comedy club owner, I don't have to book nobody because they the funniest. I book who the fuck I want to book. Why? Because it's my goddamn comedy club. And undefeated 0-0, I can pause this motherfucker as much as I want to. How about that? It's amazing how motherfuckers love to come and tell you how to do your shit. If you just want to go watch this shit and don't want to hear my mouth, get the fuck out and go find it. Other than that, if you don't like working for Luther's Janitorial, shut the fuck up and get back to work.
So,
well, we know Hollywood is prejudiced.
We're not even talking Hollywood. We're talking bookers all across the country.
But the entertainment industry, the entertainment industry is not representative. The entertainment industry is actually liberal, progressive. And they're not fair to black Americans. We know that. We've known that for 100 years. And it's never been fair.
You bitches ain't boycotting that, are you? No. No. And we know what it is. I tell you what. Start your own shit. Get your own shit. You ain't got to worry about it.
We should not follow what the entertainment industry does because it's not an example and it's not representative.
The Republican Party, one of the things that has been...
You see how that bitch didn't have nothing else to say behind that? But yeah, I guess so. Right. Why not say, you know what? You made a point. I get it. You're right. Nope, never say that.
Centerpiece, especially of the Trump administration, is eliminating DEI programs, diversity, equity, and inclusion programs.
I think that's fantastic.
That is education about all kinds of disadvantages. Currently, one of the elements that Trump is working toward is taking out references to slavery in the Smithsonian Museum.
How do you?
And I'm going to tell you right now, that's the worst kind of white woman up there. That lady that's speaking, that just spoke, she's the worst kind. And here's why I say this. Because that bitch truly believes that niggas ain't smart enough, niggas ain't good enough, and niggas just are not mentally capable to do it on their own. That pandering ass tone, that I just think that, you know, they're taking away DEI programs and diversity, equity, and inclusion, and they're also getting rid of all of the slavery things that they should have. And I think that she's the person that really believes, well, they are like this because they just don't know any better. They're just not smart enough to be able to get it. So we should just give them something because they're just not smart enough to learn like you and I. She's that kind of bitch, and that's the worst kind. She truly believes that niggas ain't capable of doing whatever. She thinks that niggas have a deficiency and can't learn on the same level as a white person. And it's so condescending. That fucking tone fucking curdles my blood when I hear people talking like that. Shit is ridiculous.
No, that's true. You heard that in the media.
No,
The
that
media-
is actually from the Trump administration.
Okay.
But then we need to look at how it's done, not just what it's done.
And you have to be
There's a
specific. You can't be
specific to
general.
it. What are the specifics to it? See, here's the thing. DEI is not based on merit. A company can still choose to hire qualified Black Americans to do those jobs. All they're saying is there shouldn't be a quota. Oh, well, we need to hire 3.2 Black people. No. Are you qualified? And a company still has that authority to be able to do that. They should not need to be mandated. Well, you need to hire this many Blacks. No. We're going to go to the top HBCUs, and we're going to hire the best in there. Iron sharpens iron. If you're an actress and you meet another actor, you're like, wow, I like that technique. You're going to come together because she's going to show you something. You're not going to look at her and shun her and go, oh, nay, it shall never be. You don't care what color she is.
Here's my thing, and I'm going to say something again that everybody don't want to just admit. What if I don't? It's my fucking company. I hire who the fuck I want. And if I want a bunch of niggas up in here working, then so be it. I should have a bunch of niggas up in here working. Because ain't nobody talking about DEI when motherfuckers at Rockefeller. Wasn't nobody talking about DEI and talking about how Suge Knight needs to hire some white folks at fucking death row. Wasn't nobody talking that shit when motherfuckers Cash Money and that fucking No Limit Records had a bunch of niggas up in there running it. Wasn't nobody saying, where are the white people? Where are the trannies? So why the fuck do we expect everybody else to do it? We the same motherfuckers that have Black dorms. What the fuck is that about? We the same motherfuckers that have Black spaces. But if I'm company X and I want nothing but fucking Asians working there, I can't. How about this? Just don't spend your money with me and move the fuck on. It's the same shit like with that whole Colin Kaepernick thing. Y'all niggas want to protest on somebody else's job. Nigga, what the fuck is that about? That shit is asinine. It's stupid. And it's so fucking counterproductive when you are trying to do something with somebody else's shit. Just like that nigga that put that shit in the chat. Stop pausing the video, bro. Stop pausing the video so much. Nigga, you coming over to my shit trying to tell me what I need to do. What the fuck is that about? Why not just say this?
Man, this nigga is pausing this video too fucking much. I can't watch this shit. Boop. Red X, top right corner, done. As Bruce Lee would say, and settle it. It's that simple. It's that fucking simple. Stop trying to make people do what the fuck you think they should do and just say, hey, if it's not up to my liking and it's not up to my standard, then let me go and get it and build it myself. Let me go and do it myself so that I can have the shit that I want the way I want to have it myself. It's that simple.
But that's not why I oppose DEI. I oppose DEI because we've had decades. I'm old enough. We're all old enough to remember. You know, I'm old enough to remember affirmative action. In fact, I'm probably a product of affirmative action, right? So affirmative action failed Black Americans. So we're going to go to this. Who developed those policies? Democrats. So we're going to go to the same political party that pushed affirmative action that failed Black Americans, and we're going to go back to them and get their same policies.
Okay, can I ask you, can I ask you something? Okay, if it failed, okay, if you don't, then tell me why the Black and brown community did major boycotts on Target.
And
they lost millions of dollars. It came from the Black and brown community.
Well, they may be wrong.
The liberal Black community did boycott Target because they got rid of the DEI.
And they're still, because of DEI, and they're still feeling the
pressure. But they don't speak for every Black person, just like we don't speak for every Black person.
And here's the thing, that shit was stupid. Just don't shop there. You don't have to boycott. Take your money and go elsewhere. Just take your money and go elsewhere. It's that simple. If you don't like the way somebody is doing something, say, you know what? I'm not going to go spend my money now. I'm going to go spend my money here. Because here's the thing. You boycotting Target. What about the Black folks that got stock in Target? What about the Black folks who actually sell products in Target? Fuck them. Because they're not DEI. Makes no sense. That shit is stupid. If you are a DEI supporter, fine. Go where they have DEI. And wherever they don't go. It's that simple. I could start a company today and be DEI focused and DEI eccentric. Why would I be mad or why would I expect or should I not be mad when a bunch of conservatives try to tell me I need to get rid of DEI in my company that I started specifically to be DEI centric? Should I not be upset or offended? It's my fucking company. And if I want to get rid of it or if I want to implement it, it should be my right to do so. Just saying.
So overall, for me, like I said, I'm a Christian first. I have conservative values. They align mostly with the Republican side. No party is perfect. I'm kind of like a late bloomer when it comes to politics. It's only been in the past 10 or so years that I've even cared about it because you could not ignore it in 2016. There was no ignoring that. And that was kind of my first taste of like, what's everybody talking about? And just kind of like being surprised by every dinner table, every friend group. We're talking about things that previous to that, I didn't care. I didn't know. I was very ignorant in that aspect, and I feel like I've done a lot more research now to know more about it. But the thing that I really believe, and I don't know if you guys will agree with this, I feel like with the Republican Party, there is an emphasis on the family unit, and for me, that is everything. For me, morals and family unit means a lot when we're talking about the next generation, because you mentioned like affirmative action or HBCUs and even just specific job fields and industries, we do have such a lack of our people represented because we're not necessarily training them up to be in these fields. Even you talking about construction, you know how many men are like, get a trade, like there's money out here in these streets, and then people are like, no, I don't want to do that. So I feel like when it comes to family and instilling values and being like, what is the best path for my children,
Okay,
I do feel like
I don't mean to be rude. I have to.
She doesn't mean to be rude, but she's rude. That lady ain't said shit the whole fucking show. And now that she's actually speaking and she's now making her point, what does this bitch do? Gonna cut her the fuck off and say, excuse me. Now, let's see if she says anything about what she said. Because I don't think I've seen it this far. So I'm a bet no. But here's my other point that I wanted to make about this. Did you clearly hear how this woman said and articulated, which she did a good job at, about she don't agree with all of this shit and she don't even know about most of this shit. But what she do know is that this party is more family oriented and more Christian-like than the other group. Now you tell me, and just ask this question, are black folks more Christian and family-like or less Christian and family-like? Just as a whole, in general, are black folks more Christian-oriented and more family-oriented, or are they not? They're least Christian-oriented and least family-oriented. Because my next question would then be, then if that's the case, then why ain't more black folks more Republicans or more conservatives, I should say? No, I'm sorry, more Republicans. Because black folks are more conservative than they are liberal in general, but they still vote Democratic. And I was one of them. I was one of them. Because of just me voting the way my parents voted, and those people that were around me voted, I thought that was the way. Until I actually learned and actually researched and thought about what the fuck I was doing. That's what brought about the change. Say what the fuck you want to say, but the Christian-centric, family-oriented, that is a conservative view, and that is majority by Republicans. But niggas still voting for abortions. Niggas is still voting for trannies. Niggas is still voting for trannies reading the kids. Niggas is still voting for trannies getting, kids getting fucking sex operations and shit, gender operations and gender reassignment operations and all that shit, taking puberty blockers and all that shit. Y'all still for that? I'm sorry, but I can't do it. Not to mention the quality of candidates that have come out of the Democratic Party. Say what you want to say. You cannot tell me with a straight face that Kamala Harris was fucking qualified. I still don't understand what this woman was saying. I still don't know of a single coherent fucking sentence that this woman has said. I still don't know of a just concise answer that this woman has ever given. You talking about word salad, beat around the bush, saying one thing, but saying meaning another, the overlay for the underlay queen. But niggas still voted for her. Even when she said she wasn't black. I'm just telling you what the fuck I'm seeing and what the fuck I know, and that's what it is.
Just get this off my chest. Okay. So you're saying that the Republican Party is about family. Okay, maybe I'm missing something, but I mean, was Charlie Kirk about family? I'm an older gay woman that had a.
She looked like an older gay woman. And let me tell you gay women something. That's you in the future. You see that bitch right there? To that young, scissoring white woman today, I want you to look at your future See yourself in the future right there. That right there is that's what you gonna be to the 22-year-old scissoring gay lesbian woman. That's your future right there. And you tell me at your 22-year-old self that that's what you want to be. Right, Mr. Idiot, Italian Irish. That's what the fuck that is. Do you want that for your future and for your life? I don't think you do. I don't want that for your life. And I don't have no dog in that fight. I'm just saying. That's your future. Not to mention the the overwhelming number of domestic violence that are in lesbian relationships and homosexual relationships far outweighs the fucking heterosexual relationships. But that's what you got to look forward to. There it is.
That my partner and I had a child. I was 50 years old, right? And my daughter has read everything about Charlie Kirk. She's 15 years.
You notice how she said she didn't read it, but she said her 15-year-old daughter has read everything about Charlie Kirk. That's just a fucking lie. So now she's using false pretense and she's just really just telling lies to try to substantiate her answer. She just said, though, and I wouldn't go miss this and let her get away with it. That bitch just said that Charlie Kirk wasn't about family. Charlie Kirk wasn't about family? Are you fucking kidding me? That's like me saying Bill Cosby wasn't America's dad. You gotta be out your fucking mind, lady. That's insane. Charlie Kirk was not about family. Ma'am, if Charlie Kirk wasn't about family, I don't know what the fuck else we're talking about in this world that we hold to be true. Charlie Kirk wasn't about family? Really? Man, there's something wrong with your brain. I think the vibrators that you've been using over the years have literally fucking given you CTE and you have brain damage in your cerebral cortex for you to say that. And going off of the words and knowledge of your 15-year-old daughter, whom you say now knows everything and is a fucking authority on Charlie Kirk. How asinine is that? But when you don't have real dialogue and you can't really substantiate shit, you really just make shit up.
So she read the whole Big Beautiful whatever bill, right?
Big Beautiful Bill has nothing to do with Charlie Kirk. You see how she just, right? She's just throwing shit out there to see what sticks, and then she's just gonna make a point that is just completely pulled out of her fucking ass.
Okay. Family? What? Why? For what? For the straight white male family that looks like everybody else? Then
when it comes to traditional values,
for gay people, they're not.
Then why are there so many gay Republicans? Why are there so many people who just left the left side based on this past week's event?
You need to talk to her about
Do you
the
know
data.
that today?
Hey. Win for the light skin. That was a hell of a point. So you basically saying ain't no gay Republicans? That ain't true. They may not be trying to read books and drag to a bunch of fucking preschoolers, but you can definitely not say that. They may not be marching up and down the fucking streets of the gay pride parade with children out there with their penises hanging out and their ass cheeks showing, but you can't say that. There are no gay Republicans? I think not. Ma'am, you're lying. You're making shit up, and your point is not founded and not rooted in any type of facts whatsoever.
data.
right
You
now,
got the data?
they're going over the memorial service for a man who was shot and is dead.
Listen,
and you're talking to me about was he?
Oh, can I say this to you? Nobody should be shot. Nobody should be shot.
Well, thank you for saying that, because a lot of people on the liberal side do not
And you
agree
just
with
said
that.
to us, you just said to
What
us,
I'm
you
saying
just
is
said to us,
nobody's,
you just said to us that your daughter read everything from Charlie Kirk, but you didn't tell us what that was. What did
Exactly.
What did she take?
Thank you, black lady. Hey, man, the level of accountability that I'm seeing here, it is quite inspiring. Way not to let her off the hook with that shit. Yeah, my daughter, see, I'm Italian Irish, and my daughter, she's 15, and she read everything about Charlie Kirk. And, she read the Big Beautiful Bill and all of that. What? What the fuck what you talking about, Willis? What is she saying? But this is the reason why I'm really I'm tripping, but I'm not tripping, because this is how they are. This is how they talk. They just throw a bunch of shit out there, and usually it's said in settings where you can't do this. Where that lady is like, hold on, you just said all this shit about your daughter learning this shit, and she knew everything about Charlie Kirk, but you never said what that meant.
She said the Big Beautiful Bill, I think.
Well, and then the reason, because she was upset about the whole thing that happened with Charlie Kirk, and I said to her, and she said to me, Mina, I said I'm older. I said, so I was here when John F. Kennedy died. I was here when Dr. King died. I was here when Bobby Kennedy died. I was here.
And you're still stuck in the 1960s. We've moved past that. We're now in 2025.
Charlie Kirk did move past it because he wants to bring us back there.
What do you mean? I've never heard Charlie Kirk say, hey, we need to go back to the 1960s. Yeah. Hey, we need to go back to the days right before when JFK and RFK get shot. That's what we need to do. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's go back there. There were gays and lesbians all throughout that time. Here's a fun fact. Gays and lesbians have always been around. What are we talking about?
That's an opinion. That's an opinion. That's an opinion.
Well,
That's not
there's a lot of out of context clips that are circulating that people are using as a reference to demonize him, when in actuality there are a ton of people who are saying, because you guys did this, I actually did the research.
And you're, hey, you're right. NF, I just really thought about this. She says she's 50 years old. Bro, I'm 51. I was born in 1974. If this woman is 55 or 50, Kennedy was dead before. Kennedy died in what, 68? Hey Siri, when was JFK shot? JFK was shot in what, 68? 63. Bitch, you wasn't even alive. You lying white scissoring bitch. You lesbian lying ass bitch. You white honky bitch. You white lesbian cracker lying lesbian ass lying bitch. This bitch wasn't even born then, I guarantee it. And if she was a fucking child. She's a fucking child when this shit happened. I was there when JFK got shot and John Kennedy got shot. My mom's Italian Irish, and because of that, everything I say is right. That motherfucker died in 63. Everybody trying to hear that shit. You white line, you fat white line, frazzled haired, frazzled rock looking bitch. The fuck? She's making shit up. Like she was there. Yeah, I was out there on the grassy knoll when JFK got shot. I was 19. No, bitch, you wasn't. You was 19 weeks. Unbelievable. You know, my mom's Italian Irish, and back in her day, she used to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So, you know, what? What does that mean, ma'am? What are you talking about? Unbelievable.
And you guys are wrong. So if you actually
I would
watch
like
full
to talk a little bit
conversations-
about family values, because that is a piece
and I do want to specify, obviously, to me, traditional family values.
So I agree with you on the importance of family. Absolutely agree with you. I think that that is a basic structure that is needed. However, what that family looks like is not for my government to decide.
Yes.
If I have two caring and loving parents, even if they are the same sex, I believe in that.
And it's
I believe in that. Here's my thing. She's half right. So what that family structure looks like, the government shouldn't have a say in it. However, the government shouldn't have to pay for it. The government should not have to provision for it or make provisions for it. And at the end of the day, the government shouldn't have to sponsor any of it. It is what you make it. Stay out of it. Now, here's the other part. When the government is involved, i.e., wards of the state and things of that nature, they absolutely should have a say in it. And they should go with what the majority of the country is. And the majority of that country and what people have voted for is traditional values. So there. I don't believe that you should have it to where you go, if you want to go and adopt the ward of the state, yes, you should go by the government standards because that's what the people voted for. Yes. You work some shit out with some side family somewhere and y'all do, hey, that's a whole different thing. But if you want the government provisions, the government to sponsor, the government to support, then no, you just don't get to do it your fucking way. That's not how this shit works. That's not how it works. Just saying. Just saying.
When I
stopping this?
listen
Has he done anything to
the
stop this?
Republican Party platform on what builds solid families, I don't see things like child care tax credits. We're taking away funding for education and abolishing and dismantling the Department of Education.
Are you saying
We're
there hasn't been
taking away
you're saying child care tax credits or
Yes.
child tax credits?
And child.
Here's my thing with that government board of education. He said, B, come back. Technical issues. It says policy. Oh my God. This goddamn YouTube, bro. Oh my God. Clearly you can see that I'm doing commentary. Clear as day. Clear as fucking day. This shit. Boy, I swear for Lord. Let me see here. Nope. There we go. Let's see what it did. It's showing that it is still going, but I don't know what the hell if it flagged it or not. Dude, I swear to God, this shit is ridiculous, man. This fucking algorithm is fucking trash. It's just trash. I'm just gonna have to keep going, dude, because like I said, it's on Rumble and it's good over there. So I'm not gonna stop the shit to fucking deal and argue with YouTube. But this Department of Education thing, this is what people again don't understand. You're talking about over $50 billion that's being spent on the Department of Education. And I believe the number, it's either, I want to say it's 78% of the, it's either 78% or 68% or something like that, but it's over 70% of the Department of Education's funding is spent on administration. $50 billion being spent, of like, I want to say 70 to 80% of it is all spent on administration. People that are in Washington, D.C., people that are in Board of Education, not corporate offices, but in offices, not in classrooms, that this money is being spent on. Here's the kicker. Our education has gradually, over the years, gotten worse. Our kids are not properly being educated. Our kids are not getting the education that they deserve. And our education, we are not one. How can we be such a great country and have some of the worst education? I'll tell you why. Because we're spending $50 billion fucking dollars on education, and it's all going to administration. So why not cut and dismantle the Board of Education? Give that money to the states and let the states disperse it amongst their schools. So we're talking about, what do we need? What do I need the federal Board of Education for? What does the Board of Education do on a federal level for us, the kids, whatever the case may be? It's crazy. So they need to get rid of it. And you can just take $50 billion, because it's over $50 billion. So reduce that budget down to like whatever it is. If it's $54 billion, hey Siri, what is the Board of Education's budget? Taking that money and just saying, hey, we're going to give $1 billion to every state. Let's see. That's San Francisco. God damn it. Hey Siri, what is the federal government Board of Education? I guess, let's see. Let's see if they can find it. I'm going to search the web. But if you take that and you give it to every single state and give them $1 billion, I know it was over $50 billion. If I'm not mistaken. I can't find it right now, but when I looked it up a while ago, I want to say it's over 50 billion. It's like 55 billion or 54 billion or some shit like that. And all I'm saying is this: what would it look for schools across the country if every state got $1 billion to put towards their education? Every state got $1 billion. Now you could really get fancy with it and split it amongst up the bigger school districts, the bigger school districts that have more children, they get a larger percentage. But if you were to be able to give $50 billion to however many students and put that towards their education, what would that do? What would that do? And if you're watching this, y'all, yes, please go over to Rumble. And then that way it won't get cut off for you. You'll be able to see it. Actually, let me see if I can put that in the chat. But what would you be able to do with that part if you had that kind of funding given to your schools? Every fucking state got $1 billion to just divide up off top. And here's the thing. You cannot use that money for any administrative shit. You would have to use it for infrastructure, supplies. That's it. So that's making sure that your buildings and shit are straight. That's making sure the schools get all of the fucking computers that they need and all that kind of shit. What would that do for the schools? It would be a significant improvement. So keep doing the same shit that we're doing with the Board of Education, where scores and shit are complete on the decline and just historically getting worse and worse and worse every year, or give an influx of $1 billion to every fucking school in our country to help them get better. He said in 2024, the budget was $268 billion. Man, I don't know if it was that high, but I'll take that. Whatever the case may be. Let's just say if we just took 50 billion of that and put it into every state for their schools. You can fix buildings, infrastructures, build schools, improve schools, buy equipment for schools. You could do a lot for that. And that's just off the dome thinking. Now, if you really want to dive deep into it, I'm pretty sure you can find a lot more useful things to use that money for. But even if you were to cut down the Board of Education to where they got maybe, I don't know, let's just say $1 billion to operate. And that's what they did. Excuse me. Allocated that money to those schools. 79.1 billion. I think that might be more right, more in the ballpark. But I'm just saying that's what it is. That's what you would do with it, and that's how you would improve the schools. Give every school, not every school, give every state $1 billion. See what that does for them. Come on, man.
Child care, which builds strong and healthy families. We're cutting in the big, beautiful bill funding for SNAP, the food
SNAP
program.
Some shit she's never been on and some shit she has no idea how it works. SNAP and child care. What is that? What does that entail? What is all encompassing in that? Not to say that those things are not important. I'm not saying that at all. How much are we spending on it and what does it all cover? And those are the things that Democrats cannot articulate.
Food stamps, right? Those are elements that build strong families, and those are strong families.
SNAP does not build strong families. Food stamps does not build strong families. Food stamps feed people. I don't understand how people try to equate this. And here's my thing. Did I tell y'all? This is my thing. I don't know if I've said this before, but I'm going to say it again. Here's my thing with food stamps. I'm not against food stamps. I'm not. But what I am against is when you talking about the shit that people do with food stamps, I think that shit has gotten out of hand. I think that it's gotten out of hand to the point to where if you're taking your food stamps and having mukbangs online, that's a problem. If you're taking your food stamps and feeding your dog shrimp and lobster because you just got it like that, I got a problem with that. And here's the other thing too. I do believe, and I hope that JFK Jr. does this. I think that the food stamp restrictions, it should not allow you to buy certain shit that's like highly processed foods. So like produce, fruit, vegetables, shit like that all day long. Yup. I get it. Yes. Buying motherfucking Flaming Hots? Nah, bro. That ain't good for the kids. Just saying. Buying them motherfucking Little Hug, high fructose corn syrup, quarter juices? That ain't good for the kids. Just saying. Ah, shit, I know.
Out. And if we keep giving subsidies or the response, it doesn't work.
You are obviously an educated
and say
child care, which builds strong and healthy families. We're cutting in the big, beautiful bill funding for SNAP, the food programs, food stamps, right? Those are elements that build strong families, and those are strong family
But we
values
can't
that
have
I
it both.
think
We
are
can't have it
important.
both ways. So we can't have it both ways. We can't say, oh, the marginal people don't have good, healthy food to eat. And then when they decide to cut and say, you know what, you can't buy sugary things and soda with that. You can't have it both ways. So if you want people to eat healthy, they need to eat healthy with the food that the government is providing for them with those food stamps. Not going and buying, you know, chips and sodas.
Here's my other thing that I said about this. And y'all might, you know, might disagree, might agree, whatever the case may be, but I believe that the food that we feed to our soldiers, MREs, that could be given out as food. Just saying. What's wrong with an MRE, and why would it be good enough for a soldier, but not good enough for a family that has no food? Just saying. Why would that be? Why would it be good for one? We're talking about the people that go out and fight for our freedoms and put their lives on the line every single day. We can feed them MREs, rations, but we can't offer that to people who don't have any food. I'm just saying, that would be my thing. So every month you come to your local whatever, or you get, we ain't even got to do it that way. You ain't got to even come no more. You can just, at your address every month, you get a box delivered from Amazon or whatever, UPS, FedEx. You get a box delivered based on how many kids you have, based on how many people in your household or whatever. They get so many of these rations, MREs, that's their food. Not saying you got to eat that shit for 3 squares a day, but that would be able to sustain a good portion of your food. Why not? What the fuck is wrong with an MRE? It's a full meal. It takes only seconds to heat up, seconds to make, few minutes, and you eating. So while that single mama is out working, kids at home eating MREs, I can say this: I got by on plenty of days with grilled cheese made by USDA government cheese, eating that government peanut butter, eating that government rice, eating that government butter. I'm just saying. That's just what it is. We was doing it. I think an MRE is more of a complete meal, but I'm just saying that should be part of it. Hey, look, you gonna get this box of rations that's gonna come. We're gonna give you for the month. You gonna get, you know, 65 or 75 motherfucking MREs. So you can at least have one of these at least every day. So you can at least have one meal a day. You get 30. All right, let's just say this. You get 30 MREs. That's at least a meal a day. You get 31 a day. Right. There was a time when people was eating frozen TV dinners like every day. Like that was the shit. Them Hungry Mans. We could never afford Hungry Mans, but hey, we ain't had that money for that. Just saying. You want some other shit, you go work for it. You want some extra shit, you go work for it. But there you go. There you have it. Do a family size or family style MRE. Shit, you got this big bag of mac and cheese. You heat it up and pour some water in there. 5 minutes, it's ready. Niggas in jail get by with noodles. Not saying that we need to do that, because that ain't good with all the sodium and shit and all that shit's in there, but dehydrated food and rehydrating it, hey man, sounds like a plan to me.
It doesn't work. You are obviously an educated professional woman. Have you ever been on food stamps?
I have.
So have I. And the food that you can get on food stamps kept me alive.
It does, but remember, you can go to a food store and you can't buy anything in the hot deli with food stamps. But you can go to Jack in the Box, McDonald's, and buy it. Which one is healthier?
There's a difference between healthy and the quantity of food that you make.
No. Answer the question. Which one is healthier? The hot deli. Just saying.
They need to feed your kids.
Here's the thing. Everything goes to mindset. If your mindset just says you can't, just because you're low income does not absolve you from the responsibility to be able to budget and plan and do things accordingly, like everybody else.
She's right. And I'm guilty of that.
It is a hand up, not a hand out. And if we keep giving subsidies or assistance to people that are not going to be responsible with it. I mean, here's the thing, budget. If you still want to buy cookies and popcorn and all that other wonderful stuff, great, have at it. But then budget, and maybe you can't get your nails done, and maybe you can't get your toes done. And nobody, look.
She cooking, because I can tell you this. How is it that we have people that are on food stamps, that are on Section 8, can turn right back around and pay $400 for box braids? How is it that we can have these people that are getting SNAP benefits, that are getting paid $8 a month for their rent, that are getting all of these benefits on WIC, but they can go get crochet braids and drop $250, $300 every month? Just saying. She cooking. Black lady in the turquoise, she's cooking.
I see it, and I see things firsthand. I've seen people take their food stamp card and use it for people out of the state and get the cash. But we don't talk about the amount of fraud. What they have people doing is the emotional side of, oh my God, they're taking.
We do it, we see it, we know it too. Just saying. That's just what that is, man. So it's not like what she's saying is so far-fetched. Just saying.
Taking this away. If you and I don't get food stamps, and we have to budget our money, don't we? We have to say, you know what? I can't buy those crab legs today. I can't get that filet mignon today. I can't.
Sorry, I have to jump in here. Never bought crab legs or filet mignon when I was on food stamps.
But trust
and
me,
it was not a question.
Some people do.
Yeah,
is what she's.
Exactly. That lets you know how out of touch she is. That lets you know how she really don't know. That lets you know that back when she was on food stamps, it wasn't even close as to what it is today. And that also lets you know that when she was on it, she wasn't on it that long, and she probably ain't been on it probably since the fucking 70s. That's what that lets you know. Because we know all of the shit that you can get on food stamps. I'm just saying.
Always going to be a few, but that's not the majority.
Shoot, you'd be surprised.
No.
I can't believe we're focusing on food stamps.
We have to think about families and how families are getting what they need.
But why is it we're only thinking about people's families that we're seeing that have made a history or a lifestyle of staying on the system? Those same programs do less to help the middle class that are struggling than those who are not working at all. I've known people who are unemployed, educated people that can't find a job, and they can't get food stamps because they don't have children or they're not living, they just can't. It doesn't help the middle class. So I understand what you're saying, and my heart goes out to people as well. But there is a responsibility. Each one of us gets up, we go to work, we work hard, we do what we have to do, but others aren't. And if they're not, we cannot keep giving money to people. We won't even give money to a homeless person on the street. Because what do we say? Oh, they're just going to go out and use drugs. But yet we'll let the government give money to people who won't take responsibility to budget and plan. They get food stamps, they get free lunch. So why do they need all of it? At what point, when does the buck stop here?
I really have to stop you on that. You're assuming that, well, it sounds like you are assuming, I have to say, that people are on food stamps and not budgeting their money, and that's why they're having issues. I'm also an educated woman. I was also a single mother, and I had no income to budget. If I wanted my son to eat, I had to apply for help. There are more people like me than are out there abusing the system, and it took a long time for me to get any kind of job. Not a job that I was qualified for. I'm overqualified for most of the jobs I've had. But I needed help. If help had not been available, I might have been one of those homeless people. And by the way, I've never assumed that a homeless person is going to take the money I give them and just turn around and buy drugs with it.
Okay, but just because you never assume it doesn't mean that it's not true. How does she not understand that? Just because you don't believe that, just because you don't personally believe that, that doesn't mean that they won't do it. Hell, it makes more sense for them to do it. I'm fucked up in the streets. I'm on heroin, and a motherfucker come and give me $20. Is $20 gonna change my life? No, but it can sure buy me a hit. 1 + 1 = 2. What the fuck is you talking about? I would be more inclined to do that because that makes more sense than me saying, ooh, this $20 is going to change my life, going to get me here, going to get me there. If I don't have life-changing or situation-changing money, why would I expect my situation to change just because you gave me a few dollars? So I can either go buy me some crack, or I can just save this $10 to go do what? What am I going to do? What else am I going to do with this $10? You tell me. What else you get? Let's just say you really just get it. I'm going to give a motherfucker $40. What can I do with $40? I'm a heroin addict. I'm a crackhead. What would I do with that? What would I do with that? I could either go and buy me some more crack, buy me some more heroin, or what? Save it till I get enough money to go do what? Go to a private rehab? Nope. If I go to rehab, what I'm gonna do with the $40 then? Can't do nothing with it. I done ate already. It's not like you put me in a treatment center. It's like that would make more sense to do that than it would be to just go and say, yeah, I'm they gave me this money. Now I'm gonna turn my life around. Thank you for your $15. Man, go ahead on, man.
The homeless population, if you recall, it really didn't exist 40 years ago because there was more help available for it. Many of the people on the street have mental health issues. St. Ronald Reagan closed most of the mental hospitals in California because we no longer had a mental health issue. He balanced the budget by cutting state scholarships to poor kids like me. I almost didn't get to go to college. He dissolved my father's.
You notice how she said almost, not that she didn't. And this is my thing. I understand that we all have our own journey and we all have our own shit that goes on in life. I get it. But I hate it when people try to act like their situation was just as bad as niggas in the hood, nigga in the ghetto. I hate when motherfuckers try to compare their shit. Because at the end of the day, that bitch just mentioned her father, and that bitch just mentioned that she almost didn't get to go to college. Ma'am, it's niggas that don't get to go to college. It's niggas that don't have fathers. And there's niggas that are living and trying to survive the day. And bitch, you talking about going to college, that live in the hood. And it pisses me off when people try to act like they know what the fuck is going on in the hood and that they've been to the hood and that they really have been and see what's happening and identify with it when they ain't did that shit. If your ass ain't never been to the ghetto, stay the fuck out of the ghetto and don't mention the ghetto because you really don't understand the ghetto. That's just how that shit go. And I wish that these white liberal motherfuckers, I wish that people who ain't from this shit, I wish that people who ain't witnessed this shit would stop trying to identify with the shit. You ain't from there, so talk about where the fuck you from. Don't talk about where you think a motherfucker was from. Don't talk about where you think your shit is the same as somebody else's shit. If you ain't lived that shit, don't talk like you come from that shit. Because the motherfuckers that really live that shit, it's disrespectful to them, especially the ones who done made it out. I hate when motherfuckers do that. Your life on food stamps, bitch, ain't nothing like a nigga's life on food stamps that was in the motherfucking Wild Hundreds, that was in the motherfucking Harold Icky Homes, that was in the motherfucking Ida B. Well Gardens, that was in the motherfucking Argyle Gardens, and I was also in the motherfucking Robert Taylor Homes, and I was over in the motherfucking West Side, and I was over in the motherfucking London Town, and the motherfuckers that was over in fill in the fucking blank. Stop it. Because if I took your ass over to Inglewood one night, you wouldn't make it. If I dropped your ass off in the motherfucking Carter in one motherfucking week, you wouldn't make it. You lose your fucking mind because the shit is not reality to you. You wouldn't understand it. I'm sorry, but that shit pisses me off.
Job. My father worked for the California State Youth Authority because we no longer had a youth crime problem. Money should not be the basis of compassion.
I think that.
Are you saying that that's what she's saying, though?
Well, that's.
What happens? We're going from the top down, and it really should be from the bottom up. Meaning, local communities should address local community issues because they know. Instead, we have a big bureaucracy, I guess you could say, and they're operating it. Government doesn't, Washington doesn't know what's happening in your situation in these small community sales. So maybe the answer is not what the government is doing in Washington. Maybe people need to get more involved locally and go, wait a minute.
Yes.
That money needs to come back here because the local community and demographics and areas need more help than not. And for certain situations, for people like, let's say you and I in those situations, but the middle class.
And what she's saying is basically, like Mr. Maxwell just said, Washington, D.C. don't know shit about O-Block. Hell, the motherfucking congressman or state representative that's in motherfucking Washington don't know shit about O-Block.
So when was the last time you heard a motherfucker at Congress testifying about niggas on O Block? Niggas in Inglewood. You ain't never heard. These motherfuckers don't know what's going on there. They just don't. The politicians that's local don't give a fuck about what's going on there. Let alone a motherfucker all the way in Washington, D.C. Come the fuck on. And that's the point she's making. It needs to be more locally focused for shit like that, as opposed to having all this money that we kicking up to DC and ain't never making it back down to the places it need to be. Not saying the shit even got to come back to me, but it should damn sure be going back to the places where the motherfuckers are in need, and they missing the mark and have missed the mark historically. Why? Because they sending $30 million over to motherfucking wherever the fuck, fill in the blank overseas, to do a fucking Filipino fucking DEI fucking course. Because they're spending $20 million to do Pakistani transgender research. Like we have an interest in that?
I would consider you to be in that situation, we always get screwed. But it's usually the other group that makes it bad for everybody. So I understand what you're saying, and it's a very good point. But I think that it's not the fact that they're cutting it, it probably could be managed better. And you can't manage something at a top level if you're not down with the people to find out what they really need.
Hey friends, let's talk really quick about something that could.
Thank you guys so much for subscribing over to Rumble. I see the things coming through. Appreciate you guys. But it's like, and I think I'm gonna end it right here and wait for the next one and just do a part 2 tomorrow. But it's like, dude, we have to do better when it comes to just what we're talking about on a realistic level. If we really want to be serious about what we're doing, and we really want to be intentional on what we're doing when it comes to how we are spending money, what we're using money for, and all those kind of things, I think there's a big conversation to be had. I don't think one side got it all figured out. No. But you can't tell me that the way shit is going, has been going historically, let's say pre-Trump was a great thing or was a good thing. It was fucked up then. And yes, it's fucked up now, but it's fucked up now because of the overcorrection. We're trying to right the ship to some degree. And not saying that the way that they're trying to do it is the best way or the so-called right way 100%, but it's a better thing than what has been. That's all I'm trying to get people to understand. Sometimes you got to rock the boat to try to correct it. You might have to do a hard left or make a hard right. And it might fishtail a little bit, but that's all in the efforts of you trying to get things back under control. So you may fishtail a little bit, may bust a 360 or whatever because the road is too icy. But the fact of the matter is, you've now at least making an attempt to gain control of the vehicle. Because for fucking decades, the vehicle has been out of control. It's just been drifting, going off on unchecked, unchallenged. And anybody that has said something against it to try to say, hey, yeah, ain't nobody attacked, ostracized, and or destroyed by the media and by our government entities. So this is what you would call a necessary evil to a degree, or this is just what you call collateral damage from trying to fix some shit that's been broken for an extremely long time. And we're so fucked up that we've gotten used to the dysfunction and think this is how the shit is supposed to go. It's just like Penny when she was on Good Times, how she didn't want nothing to happen to her mama. Mama, I'm sorry, mama. Bitch, this bitch just put an iron on your motherfucking back. You talking about mama, please. A sane motherfucker would be like, yeah, get this iron burning bitch out of here. Help me, Michael, JJ, James, Florida, somebody, Walona, help. That's just what this is. And it's like, in what's happened in 10 months, we ain't perfect and we ain't all the way right. But I can tell you one thing. We getting better. We're on a much better path. Can you imagine what this country would be looking like right now if Kamala Harris would have won? Can you imagine the amount of reckless fucking just governing that would be going on right now? What Joe Biden did in 4 years, could you imagine if we had just another 4 years of that? We wouldn't have a country. That's something to think about. Just because something may not be the way you would like it, or the optics may not look right, doesn't mean it's not the path to improvement. And I truly believe this. Donald Trump ain't the fucking savior of our country, but he damn sure got a much better plan and idea on where we should be headed as a country than fucking Kamala Harris and Joe Biden did. And that in itself is worth my vote. That's all I'm saying. The fact that we just had a presidency, thank you, Mr. Maxwell. The fact that we just had a presidency and we didn't even know who was running the fucking country. And y'all were okay with that. Because there's not a single fucking, there's not a human being on this planet that could watch those 4 years and said that that man was running the country, bro. There's no way. There's no way anybody could tell me that what that man was doing, he knew what he was doing, he was making his spin. Where we going? Because I damn sure don't want to go down the road that we was headed down with those other two fuckers in here. So I'm gonna try to pick this up tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll definitely be doing this again until we get it finished. I think this was really powerful, and I really think that there are a lot of good things in this, and that's why I like doing it. So until tomorrow, thank you guys so much. I love y'all. Peace, and I'm out. I'll probably do it after the not Super Bowl, but after Monday Night Football. So be looking for me then. Love you guys. Peace, and I'm out.